Hello, I hope you'll join me. I've got my coffee. I've got a background painting from a pile of things that I start. I might have cleaned my brush on this and then messed around, and so I'm gonna play with it now. And I also wanted to show you, I've been playing with these. So if you follow me, you know that I like a matte finish, and that's why I use aqua gouache. Or when I use acrylic, sometimes I use a matte medium, or I use the Nova Color acrylics, which don't seem to be very shiny, which I love. But when I want a smaller tube, like in front of the TV at night, or, I use the aqua gouache. Well, I found this a few months ago. So JoSonja Matte Flow Acrylic. And I bought a few colors, as you can see, and then I bought a few more. But at first I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I wasn't sure it gave me the pigment that I wanted. But as I've worked with it more, I like it. And it is matte. The very best matte, and I think I've done a video on this, but if not, I need to. The very best matte acrylic that I have found is the Golden So Flat, but it's pretty expensive. Now, a little goes a long way because it's so pigmented, but it's expensive. And so I am always looking for other things, and these are really inexpensive. I think $3 a piece, something like that, $3.50, no more than $4. And so yeah, I've been playing with them quite a bit. And, they don't give me all the colors I want. I mean, there's no fluorescent or anything, but I can add, I can use ink or acrylic, my Nova Color fluorescent pink. There's a lot of other options. But they've been an interesting paint to just play with, so I thought I'd introduce you to those. And so now I'm just going to play with this and see what happens. Okay, I made some progress, and this is a good place to stop. You know, when I look these, so I keep wanting to call them Sojonjas, but it's JoSonja. I think it's a woman's name, and I think she created them for folk art. When I looked them up, it was a lot of folk art, and for any surfaces, yeah, folk art is for its versatility, for its gouache-like matte finish and smooth flow. So you can see that I have to layer quite a bit. So in that way, it's like acrylic. I probably wouldn't have to layer as much with gouache. But it's kind of a fun paint to play with. I still like the Acrylic gouache better. But what I do sometimes is maybe take it to this level and then bring out my Acrylic gouache for those pops of intense pigment. So that's just thought I'd show you. I'll be working more on this and bringing it to wherever it's going to go. But happy creating. Check out my classes for all levels. And I have lots of YouTube videos. I've been focusing more on YouTube, which is really fun. I just like how casual it is. It makes me feel like I'm hanging out with you all. All right, happy creating.